Check, check, check. Oh, okay. No problems this time. Greetings, guys. Don't start with me on this nonsense. Hi, Promethean. Glad to see you here already. Hope everyone's doing good. I've been doing pretty good with keeping up with my checking my multi-chat frequently. And of course, as soon as I started doing it, I have only Twitch people. Yeah, that's what I'm always saying. Streamlabs is not really a good program. Sorry, it really isn't. I could probably now use the Twitch, but I've had very little problem lately with Streamlabs. I also have to say that since Miguel helped me, do all that stuff, it's been pretty unproblematic, I should say. This was the first issue that I've had in a while, so it's okay. I can handle that. I'll just, because if I use the Twitch thing now, that would be a whole new thing that I would have to get used to and everything. I probably will at some point, but right now this is fine. It does the job. So. So how you doing, Promethean? Hopefully you're doing well. Sorry. That's good. That's good. I'll be doing that after the stream, I think. It's already Friday again tomorrow. This week went by very fast, even so it was the first week. Coming back after my vacation, but it was fast, and I'm like, okay, I'll take it. I know, but I just feel so nice. Of course, I read the word, and here I am yawning. I feel so guilty because I'm always tired. I'm just always tired. It's like I'm tired for like a month and a half, and then in that month and a half, I have one day in it where I wake up and I feel slightly like refreshed. And and that's fucking shitty. Yeah, right? I know. Where's the storm? It's been storming here all day again. And then I just heard the thunder, but nothing has happened yet. Calm before the storm, I'm thinking. Sorry, God. Okay. I wonder too. I just actually was sitting here kind of thinking about this because, I usually don't stream Fridays because in the past, it has been usually slow on Fridays for me. Um, so I thought to myself, so that then I didn't, I stopped doing Fridays. But then I did the Guild Wars on Fridays, and it was still slow. So I was like, okay, then I stopped. Eventually, finally stopped Fridays. But I'm thinking to myself that I'm gonna try to pick it up again Fridays. I'm gonna be on tomorrow, and I'm gonna try to be on all weekend. And because I remember I've done in the past now, I think once or twice on a Sunday, and it was a really great outcome on a Sunday. So I'm thinking definitely adding Sunday to my schedule. Not sure on Friday and Saturday, because like I said, I think that on Fridays and Saturdays is when people usually, people do stuff. Not everybody's like me. They can't really go anywhere. They go out, to dinner, or they go, fucking, if they're younger, they go to the club or whatever they do, go to metal shows, whatever they do on Fridays and Saturdays, right? So, but that's why I was thinking that Fridays are slow. But I'll see. I'll try it anyway. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm going to try and start extending my schedule, like spending more time streaming. And that's so weird. For me at my job, for instance, it's very weird. Mondays can be very busy, and Thursdays can be very busy, and then Fridays slow. Most of the time, the Friday lunch time is slow, which is very unusual. You would think in a restaurant it'd be really busy, but that can be most of the time our slowest day, Fridays. That's really weird. And Thursdays are busy, and Mondays are busy. So, but yeah, if it's slow tonight, that's okay, I'll give it an hour, I'll give it whatever time, and then I'll just hop off, and then I'll try again tomorrow. No big deal. But yeah, it was very hot again today, and I mean, honestly, one thing that's good about the year going by so fast, for me personally, as a very cold, or I should say warm-blooded creature, is that the cold months are just around the corner, right? Or at least like August and September is still hot, and then November it starts to be then October is still hot, but then November, but the fact that July is July's halfway over already, that's good. So we're looking at the hottest month is coming up, which is August, and then September is pretty hot too, and then October it can already be, it's still hot, but it's already starting to be more endurable, right? So we'll see, about that. Then November it'll get better, and then December it cools down. And I'm very grateful for this coming up, because it's 86 here right now. That's only because it rained, right? So even when it rains, I know oftentimes it can make it very muggy and stuffy, but it also does cool it down just a little bit, like maybe it just like 1 or 2 degrees or so, so you can definitely notice that, especially when it rains all day. The next day in the morning, it will definitely be a little bit cooler, but this morning was, whoa, man. And I have to, work outside for not long, 15-20 minutes. I work outside, but it was like, wow, dude, I can't even breathe out here. Yeah, next month is gonna be better. But I mean, of course Florida is the extreme, right? Our weather is extreme weather. But it's hot all over the globe during this time anyway. So almost all over the globe, I guess I should say. But yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait for it to be over. My birthday's coming up in October. I want to see gifts, presents, all of it. I'm just kidding. Or am I? No, I do like presents. I really do. I'm a sucker for stuff, right? I really am. I'm not a materialistic person in that sense, right? But I do like getting stuff. It makes me really excited, and I feel happy. I don't know. And I like to give stuff too when I have the money, and I'm like, I actually have paid all the bills, and it's somebody's. Oh, Brisk! Wow, look at that! Wow, you haven't been here in a while, coming in hot. Thank you. You saw a book that I might like. What's the name of it? Or you don't want to tell me? Thank you so much, Brisk. That's awesome. So, you want your reading or what? What's up? Let me know. And if you do, let me know if you have a particular thing that you would like to know about. Perfect. Welcome back. Good to see you. Cool. We can also just do a general reading. That's up to you. That is entirely up to you. Entangled Life? Oh, that sounds interesting. I got a whole Amazon cart full. Yes, do it. With books that I want. So anytime my brother's like, "What do you want for your birthday? What do you want for Christmas?" I send him screenshots of my of my Amazon save for later cart. Right? All right, cool. This has been a while, Brisk. I haven't done the 10 card reading in a minute, but I'm so excited because those are my favorites to do. Right? So I'm very excited that I get to do this right now. I know my camera is blurry again. I have issues fixing that. I don't know. Sorry about that, but I always hold the cards up to the other camera anyway, so time 6 9 10. Perfect. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Promethean. I'll check that later. I'm excited to know now. Ooh, cool. Okay. Alright, so let us begin. Let's see what is going on in your life presently, okay? Oh, love when we are off to a good start. Okay, so we get the Queen of Cups here. Very good card. Oh, good. That's really good when a book is already from the beginning like this. Okay, so this is a really good card here, Brisk. It's talking about there's a kind and caring and devoted person. Okay, could be yourself, but it's somebody, it's somebody that's close to you. It's either yourself or somebody around you, and it's an imaginative person and a guiding personality, right? So could also not be actually a live person. Could also be a guide of some sort that's standing by you and literally guiding you through your life. But that is something that's infused in your aura right now in your life, and it's a positive thing. Okay, so let's see what happened in the past. Okay. Four of Swords inverted. So at some point in the past, there was a time where you were kind of like, you secluded yourself a little bit, and then you came back into social life, and you started to be a part of the social gatherings and social things of life again. Okay, you came out with renewed vigor, and it was like a return to daily life and events and activity after a time of passivity. You came back, and you needed, I guess you needed the retreat a little bit. You needed to be you exiled yourself a little bit, and you were a little bit like a hermit for a reason, and then you re-energize yourself and you came back out into life with activity. Okay, now let's look at your subconscious here. How is that doing? What's going on there? Okay, so we got the Two of Cups inverted here. So it's looking like there is some turmoil in a relationship with somebody. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic. Hey, Wolf Tamer, hi. Doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship, but there's definitely like a separation. It's like a false love, a broken relationship, and a conflict and interest with a person close to you and dear to you, and that is something that's weighing on your subconscious right now. And so, something to consider. It is of a heavier burden because it is showing up here in your cards. So, yeah, it's a little bit stressful and a little bit, it's anxiety for you a little bit in the subconscious way. So, moving on. Now we're gonna check on your secret desires and wishes. Okay. Oh wow. The Emperor. Okay, this is a great card. So this can be also either one of two ways. Okay, it can be either that you yourself wish to be really kind of a person in charge of your own fate and destiny, right? Like a strong male figure, leadership, accomplishment, ambition. That's to me definitely something that you desire, that you want to be. You want to have a presence in life. You want to be successful in life. You want to be a good leader, and you want to accomplish things and be motivated in everything that you do. Okay, how are you doing, Wolf Tamer? I hope you're doing well. So yeah, that's definitely something that you really your greatest desire right now, to be the best you can be, pretty much is what it is. So now moving on to your hidden forces. Okay, what are driving forces behind you, influencing you, etc., etc.? Okay, Ace of Pentacles inverted. So there's a strong force that has to do a little bit with financial matters. Okay, they are not really entirely up to par. It's like a false happiness, and it's actually, I made a mistake. It is an unhappiness in spite of material gain. Okay, so you're doing good materialistically, but you're not really, you kind of just like pretending to be happy. You're not really perfectly happy. Okay, we can see that here, what you're striving for, and we can see that little subconscious thing that's weighing on you here. Okay, so it's clear that there's something that's kind of holding you back from from your happiness. Okay, so that's unfortunately, but like I always say, all things they flow, and some stay longer, some stay shorter amount of time, but everything comes to an end at some point, so do not be alarmed, in that sense. So let's look at events yet to come. Okay. Okay, Ten of Cups inverted here. So it looks like in the future there will be a time where there will be problems with family. Okay, there will be like a bad family dealing, a bad family situation. It will be family strife, ended friendships, disruption of normal routines. Okay, that's going to be in your future, in your near future. It could somehow be also connected because this is both cups. Okay, so I'm almost thinking that this is more of a family member that is the issue here, or that that you're having this problematic situation with, and in the near future it's still going to be very prevalent in your life, this situation. Okay. Let's look at your environment. How is your environment making you feel? How is it influencing you, etc., etc.? Oh, okay. This is good. The Six of Wands. Look at that. So a new hero emerges. Okay. Triumph and victory is what this card speaks of. So it seems that your environment, there is part of your environment that's making you feel uplifted. Okay, that's making you feel just like here, having the desire and ambition, and it's making you motivated. Okay, you find yourself in places that make you want to be this hero, that makes you want to have this change and metamorphosis with your self, and it's really good. It's pushing you to emerge better than before and triumphant victory. Okay, so very good. The areas that you find yourself in your life, be it at home, at your job, at your hobby, one of those, or maybe all of them, is making you really positively, has a positive effect on you. So that's good. That's really good. So moving forward, let's look at people. How are they influencing you? What goes on there? Okay. Okay. Justice inverted. So there's definitely a person around you that is biased, okay, and that is taking sides against you with somebody else. Okay, I'm not sure if this is still related to this person that has been coming up, but it's abusive. It's an abusive treatment. There's somebody around you that's treating you in a sort of an abusive way, and it's not really ideal, right? So if you can, try to not be around this person, but I know that's always easier said than done, because I find myself momentarily in a situation like this too, and I have no way of getting around that. I have to be around that person, and I just have to myself control my own reaction to this person, right? That's all I can do. And if you find yourself in this situation where you have no other way, then you must unfortunately find the same coping mechanism, or a similar coping mechanism as I do, where you have to just really control your energy and the influence this person has on you, So yeah, it does suck, but it is what it is. This person will not be around forever. You know how it is. People come and go, or you will come and go from that certain person too. So do not be alarmed. It's also temporary, right? Like everything. So moving on, your spirituality. What can we see there? Okay. Queen of Wands inverted. So your spirituality kind of reflects a little bit like your subconscious. I've said this many times before. These two go kind of hand in hand, right? Your subconscious and your spirituality are very close, intertwined, if you will. And unfortunately, there's a sort of like so it seems there's a I haven't had this card in a minute, but I think it's like a it's a vindictive person, and it's somebody who brings a conflict, infidelity, and revenge. Okay, so in your spirituality, whatever this person is, I've also said this before, sometimes cards carry over, right? So what this person here has already carried over into your spirituality. So it's in your subconscious, whatever is going on there wrong. It could also still be a different person, but this person is also affecting your spirituality, and that's not really good, right? So this is like a big burden on you, unfortunately. So But keep reminding yourself of your environment that you're in, and it's really positive for you. Okay, so that's good. And your ambition to be this year is also very good. And last but definitely not least, the guidance that you have from the certain spirit or person that's very devoted to you. Okay, so that leads you forward too. So let's look at your final outcome. The all in all, what can we see? Okay. So it's the Seven of Swords inverted. So it looks like, all in all, the outcome is not negative. Okay, the end of this speaks of that you have a plan that is very well thought through. Okay, you have already strategized a plan. And there's strong advice probably from this entity here, okay, be it a person or whatever, spirit guide. But there's definitely a good plan for putting all this and changing it to this, and also to this here. So this is very good. So you have a strategy, you have a way out, and in the end, all these things will kind of dissolve, and you'll find yourself in the place that you need to be. So that concludes you here, Brisk. I hope this was good. I hope you could resonate with this, and it made sense to you, and it helped you. And I really wish you good luck with your endeavors, whatever they may be. I hope that everything will turn out good in the end, okay? I always wish that for everybody. So, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, so that was a good reading for you, I think. I think all in all, pretty good. We all have issues, we all have things that go on. But all in all, yeah. Not too bad. Alright. Hello, Florida Metal. Welcome. Greetings. How are you doing? I'm good. I'm looking forward to tomorrow being Friday. That's good. So, yeah, I'm good. Good. Really glad to be here. Felt really good to just give that 10 card reading. That was really good, because that's really my specialty, you know what I mean? That's where I'm really able to kind of dig deep and get really a good feel of the situation, you know, for people. It's a little more difficult to pinpoint things when it's only one card or 3 cards, you know. So I do always try to advise people, you know, the best thing to do is get a 10 card reading, you know, and the best way to do it is, you know, if you just want the reading, of course you just spend the bits. But I always tell people subscribe, because if you do subscribe, you don't only get the reading, but you also get the no ads, and you get the and you get to use my emotes, you know. Definitely. Well, you still got one. Bunch of you, Promethean and Florida Metal. You guys just gotta say the word and it's on, you know. So, funny enough, Twitch is telling me that this was my most used emote. Really? That one? How? Absolutely. It's because I always use it. Ah! Man, you know when you're so hot from the weather. See, I love the other. I love all of them. I can't decide, you know. This is probably one of my favorite ones. What was I gonna say? Oh, you know when it's always so hot that you just cannot get your body to cool down? You're just like hot the whole time. That's how I feel right now. Had the air blasting, but then it was too cold. So then I turned the air back to 75. Then it suddenly, and it happened so suddenly, not just gradually, just suddenly I'm like, oh my god, okay, turn it back down to 72. Now I'm just like hot and it's not cooling me down, and in like 2 minutes from now I'm gonna be so cold. Oh my god, it's just like summer in Florida is the worst. One of the worst things in the world. Ugh, ridiculous. At night it's the same. At night it's even worse for me. And I already have an additional window unit in my room, but still, it's just, I don't know. I'm just very warm-blooded. I come from Germany, and Germany is like a steady, like fucking 68. Yeah, pretty much. And then of course in the winter colder, a lot colder, and then in the summer it warms up, right? But never past like 80. You know, at least the area where I'm from. And then in the autumn time it's just raining and ice cold, like your fingers are frozen, and love it. I love that. That's the weather. That's the weather. But you had a window unit? Because I remember when I lived in my 2-bedroom trailer, I had one window unit, and I had it in the living room, and I had left my door open of the bedroom at night, and that shit cooled down my whole trailer. It was awesome. Oh my god! Oh, Tazagos! Thank you, Wolf Tamer. He's gonna love that. He's not here right now. He's not here. He was in here yesterday. But he's going to see it, right? He's going to see it? I don't know how it works. Thank you. That's so cool. Yeah. See that? Yeah. Then why would you? And yeah, at least the window unit is good. Wow, Wolf Tamer. Thank you so much. That's awesome. He's going to love it. I'm going to text him right now. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to text him. He's going to be like, huh? Oops. Yeah, this little number is going up, but it says 17 days to go. I have to then renew renew the thing. I'm 5% there. Woo! But it's something, like, it means so much to me to see that little bar there, to see that. And see the number of subscribers. That's so awesome. And it's thanks to you, like, people like you, Wolf Tamer, and Brisk, Miguel. But I couldn't do any of it, you know, if it weren't for all of you here, you know. So I'm very Promethean, you know. You guys are all fucking... Yeah, it's going up, and, you know, that's all that matters, you know. It's fucking awesome. Every time it makes me feel so good. It makes me feel, you know, it makes me feel like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it just means a lot to me, you know. Can't really describe it. Sometimes I have a very hard time, especially in English still till this day. I have a hard time, like, expressing myself properly, you know. And that's something that I also read when I started reading my new book here, the Dostoevsky. The beginning, the introduction of the book, the author or the translator and author of, you know, because this book was originally written in Russian, and the lady that translated it, she described how, you know, when you translate, and I could so relate to her, right? I could totally, and she expressed it exactly how I could never express it, but now I can express it because I saw her do it. I read her say it, so I can say it to you guys now, what I've always wanted to say. It's like, when you translate something, you don't just translate the words, right? Because people express themselves differently. They have different, like, little, what do you call them, like, metaphors and ways of speaking in the different languages and the different cultures, right? So you really have to not just absorb, like, not just actually learn the language, but you have to actually absorb the language, like the you know, the emotional part behind the language. You have to know the language. And it's so true. It's so true, because when I speak in English, when I express myself in English, it's all just very, like, laid back, right? It never really hits the deepest, I can say the deepest thing in English, but it doesn't really bring what I really mean out of myself, or, you know, make anybody else feel that way, right? But when I speak in German, it's way more, you know, in a detailed way, right? Because it's different. It's just the spirit of the language is important to know in order to translate something properly, right? So, you know, even by names, for instance, in the Russian names, a person can have like 5 names in Russian. You know, they can either just be by their given name, or then they're named, you know, in their last name. Suddenly it's going to be, the name itself is going to be son or daughter of the father's name, right? So it's going to be like that. So, and then there's nicknames, and it's and she described too that she was really honest and said, you know, I just cut it down. I really just cut it down. Each character, I'm really just presenting like 1 or 2 names that, you know, that they're called by others, you know, because, like, for instance, Dimitri is Dimitri, and then Mitya also, and then Alyosha was not just Alyosha, but it was another name too. And, you know, it's just so she cut it down, which, you know, so to not confuse the reader, you know, because people will read this book that have no idea of the Russian culture, so they would never understand, like, who's this person now? I thought this and this, you know, and they'd get confused. So it makes perfect sense. For me, I already knew that, you know, I knew that, so it would have been like, okay, I get it. But, you know, you have to make this available for, or understandable for all readers, you know, not for people that are familiar with, like, the Slavic languages or whatever, you know, it is. So, and I can very much feel the truth in it, you know. It's very different depending what language you speak and the spirit of the language, right? Because like German is like a really practical language, right? German is not like a romantic language or anything, but German is a very like detailed, practical, and straight to the point language, right? So that's why you have long words, because these long words are like 3 words in one. You know what I mean? So it's like we express ourselves in that way. And in English, it's just like, so. It's like, what is that? Sup? What is that? So we would say in German, wie geht's? You know what I mean? Or, well, what's up would be, was ist los? Or was geht? Sup? Be, was geht? Still more than what's up? Like, I don't know how to explain it. Whereas then you get languages like Italian and Spanish, where it's very much like the words are shorter, but they are like intricate in a way, but they're also drawn out. The R's are very much like drawn out and stuff like that, where it's not like that in German. It's also not really like that in Serbian. The R sometimes, but oftentimes it's quick too, so yeah, but there's definitely spirit in these languages from the ancestors passed down, until this generation still, and we got to respect that. And every day I learn more, even at work. My Spanish is like formidable. Oh, wait a minute, that was French. But it's not so bad. I can say words, it's the sentencing that but I can say many words, and I can understand words too, Today Victor was like, bruja, and I'm like, what? Yeah, you're right. And everybody started laughing. Bruja means witch, right? And I was like, yeah, you're right. I am. It's okay. You can go with that. We make fun. It's funny. It's so funny when ¿Cómo estás? Yeah, I can. ¿Cómo estás? Yeah, I can say, yeah, that means like, how are you doing? Muy bien. It's so funny when they're like talking back there. The Colombians are like talking. Sometimes I just like, when I go back there and I get eyes or whatever, I was like, claro, and they're like, they laugh their ass over and say, cabrón. They're like, what? And then they laugh even harder. It's so funny. Yes. Exactly. That's the thing. But it is so weird how even those languages are still more similar to each other than like for instance, there are Serbian and Spanish are 2 completely different languages, right? But there are some words that are actually similar. Like pantalones is almost the same in Serbian. Or what was the other thing we talked about? Torta is pretty much the same in Russian, Serbian, Spanish, maybe even in Italian. Torta, I think maybe. In all of these languages. In German it's Torte. Okay, so that's still kind of close, but it's like E means and. In Spanish E, in Serbian E, I think in Russian E. In German it's und. So that's very different. Yeah, that's another thing. For instance, like now that's very extreme in now the German language and like Italian and Spanish, the way the sentences are built are pretty much the same. But when it comes to English versus all the other languages, English is flip-flop. Whereas, like German or Spanish or Italian is like in a certain way because it's like the Latin base. Well, the German is a Germanic base, but, so it's like they have the certain structure where the noun, the verb, the adjective, they're in certain places, whereas English has them on the opposite places. But, you know how it is. I love America. I'm glad I'm here, right? Don't get me wrong. I really do. This is no joke. But I really want to say America is fucking backwards. Fucking pounds, ounces, and then ounces is abbreviated with an OZ. The fuck? Doesn't even relate. Miles? May as well just read on my fucking speedometer knots. Yeah? How many knots are you going? So stupid. Just come on. Metric system. Make it easy. 10, 100, 1,000. Like, it's so much easier to do it like that. And it goes for centimeter or millimeter, centimeter, meter, kilometer. Then we have milligram, gram, kilogram, ton. And it's all by the 10. I mean, you can't get any easier than that. 10 millimeter is 1 centimeter. 10 centimeter? 1 meter. No. 100 centimeter. 1 meter. Well, but that's the thing, though. Everything in America is... an old friend of mine used to say this, and I really think this is so true. America is the land of convenience, right? And it is the land of convenience. So why did they have to come up with this whole new weird shit that nobody else in the world does it except for America? Yeah. Probably. Yeah, exactly. That's some commie shit. Those fucking commies. So funny. I know, it's so they're so like, God. My friend, my old coworker, I worked with him years ago. I still have him on Facebook, John Bryce. He's so funny. He posts fun. Sometimes he posts derogatory shit that I don't really find funny, but a lot of times he really posts funny shit, and he's posting some kind of meme that goes a long way up. If you come up in here with your meters per second or kilometers per second, I want to know how many eagles per America or some shit like that. And I find that so funny. I put like a laughing face, and then there's a picture of a guy in a wife beater with like a fucking beer belly and a fucking eagle here, sunglasses, wearing an American flag hat, you know, and it's like, yeah. So fucked up. But yeah, I don't know. I find it funny. My mom was so patriotic. My mom was like, American flag everything, right? American flag fucking, I don't know, whenever she had to wear, like, whenever it was 4th of July, she'd paint herself like a little American flag here, and she's wearing American, like, stuff in her hair, American flag, but even when it was not Independence Day, my mother is like, she would buy socks that say USA. It's so funny, dude. It's so funny. My dad was like that too. My dad was a leather jacket, right? My dad wore the leather jacket, and he bought a leather jacket, and I've seen it one other time. After years later, he bought a leather jacket, and it was nice. And it was American flag leather jacket, but in a tasteful way, right? Not just like fucking, but it was like the whole thing was like the American flag, and it looked good. It looked good, you know. And he loved that thing. No, they don't really. I mean, they do. They actually do. But then they switch around. That's the weird part. When it comes to the drug price, like, they flip it around. It's so weird. It's like, get an ounce. And okay, so 2 grams, and then now you're talking ounces. Like, what the fuck? I don't get it. I don't make these high finance deals and shit, you know? Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I really do feel, my feeling really kind of shifted from it, because, you know, in the beginning when I first moved here and everything, when I first visited the country and I saw this, you know, I was like, whoa, it's really great. You know, we Germans have really never done that again since World War II, except for when we had the World Cup, the Soccer World Cup. When it played in Germany, it was fucking insane. And I believe that was my last year in Germany before I moved to US. It must have been 2006 or 2007. And it was crazy. Yeah. It was so crazy because people were there were German flags everywhere, on people's houses, on the cars. or German flags. I think I said German flags. I don't know if I said American flags. We were waving the German flags. People were honking their horn, and it was so patriotic, and it felt so great that we came out of ourselves after the shameful thing, of World War II. We have never really been coming back out of our shell of patriotism, right? It's all about the negativity now. It's all about just being angry at everybody else but Germans, and I noticed that when I talk to my friend in Germany, he's just always angry. He's always angry. He's angry at the German government. Angry, angry, angry. And it's just like, man, Germany is a good country. They're doing very good things. The government is doing good things. There are certain things they fucked up, yes. They fucked up with the border policies, and they fucked up with the euro, with the economy. They really did bad things there. But everything else, they're doing a good job. They're trying to implement things to try to save the planet, right? And I'm totally for it. But anyway, because they're like any of the countries that are trying to move forward, like Sweden, like Norway, they're trying to make this better. But the patriotism was always something that I liked. And I even liked it in America when when we first came to America and stuff. And I thought it was nice, I laughed about it as a teenager. I'm like, that's so dumb, but it was like, deep inside, you're like, all right, they really love their country. But ever since the fucking election started with fucking between Hillary and Trump, ever since then, it really seems that the people like on the Democratic side, independent side, whatever you want to call it, the left side, right, they have kind of really pulled themselves back, from using the American flag, from using these symbols. But the Republicans have just like fucking hijacked it, right? They have fucking hijacked the symbols. That is really my opinion. The symbolic meaning of the American flag has been hijacked, and once in a while you see somebody that's a liberal in a sense, and they're wearing the American flag, hat or shirt or whatever, and you're like, and they start talking, and like, yeah, and then finally you discover, oh, they're cool. They're not that side. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's the thing. Who was it? What did I watch? Did I read something? I watched something. I cannot remember. It was something that I saw or read or whatever, and somebody said that, people don't understand. It's like it was my show TV Total that I've been talking about. Stefan Raab, he said that people always think this weird stuff about politicians, that they just they get together in the morning and they sit, they get together and only get together to forge their plans of destructions of the middle class people. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, no, it's not like that. There's very many politicians out there. They got into that whole thing. They started going to, because you got to go to law school. You have to do many things. Nowadays it's a little more free, I think. You can be a certain activist, and if you do it for a long time and you can get into politics too. But I think probably whilst you're in the process of becoming this politician, then they're going to be sending you to school. Go to law school and go to all that stuff. But because I told you guys before, I always consider going into politics. Like, I will forever consider going into politics, because I always had a good grade in school, in education, in politics. Always had an A, and I was always good at it, and I always thought that I could be a good place for me, right? Be an advocate for things, helping the planet, helping whatever. But it's like, a lot of these people really try to do good, man. They're not doing all these weird things, fucking, that these crazy paranoid people talking about. They're drinking kids' blood and stuff. Like, when I hear this stuff, I'm like, what are you what? And they always want to. And they always want to come with these. They have they have the child prostitution rings and everything, and it's like, yeah, they're all over the world. They've always existed. Since humankind has existed, they've existed. It's like, why are you talking about this now? It's always been a thing. And just a lot of paranoia, and it's like, yeah, I understand that, but it's not all politicians are doing that, because everything is so transparent these days with social media. We've talked about this before. It is very difficult to hide these scandalous things that everybody always talks about. It's very difficult because immediately camera. That's why the cops they're really on their toes, because they know we will bring that camera out before you start abusing us. And yes, granted, black people have it worse. They've have had it worse, but they have abused my family always in America, not in Germany. Always. I've had nothing but bad experiences with police officers here. Either they did nothing to help, or they abused. They abused their power. Never a good experience with a police officer here. And that's true too, Wolf Tamer. That's, because Congress is held by mostly of the Republican, and they're old, and they're old in all of it. Old-fashioned. They don't believe. They like to be stagnant in their ways. They have their set ways. They're stubborn, and that's something that's really Parliament. All of these things. It should really be that there should be a limit on how long you can stay in Congress. I mean, there's some that have been in there 50 years. I mean, even Joe Biden has been in politics for 40 or 50 years, and it's enough. Like, it's enough. You know what I mean? So, I think there should be definitely a limit. Not saying, oh, he's 50, he's got to get kicked out now. No, but then there has to be kind of a regulation where, now you will give up your seat and you will go to another seat. At least change the position of this politician in that seat that they're in. That there needs to be, because we have no chance of progressing in anything if we keep having the same fucking shit. Yeah, exactly. The police officers have been trained all over the world to de-escalate the situations. That is what they're supposed to do. Force is the last resort. That is the last resort. The training is so extensive in Europe for police officers that it's similar to military training. It's actually like military training, and it's all about de-escalating situations, not brute force. And here in America, it's, I know, ancient, and they have ancient views, and they have ancient ideas and ideals as well. Yeah, it's there's a lot of policies. If they could be changed or revisited, overhauled, we could things can change. But these things take time. They take a long time, because as long as has taken to to evolve into what it is now, it's going to take about double to untie all these knots that are, the systemic flaws in the government and such. Pfft. Even Bernie, I swear, fucking Bernie. Crazy old man. That's good though, that's good. But exactly. Yes, exactly. And that's exactly the thing. That's the thing is, and you can tell. You can tell. But people like to just make up stories just so, because they see some hair on the person's head that they don't like, and now they're making up these stories about these people, and then people are so fickle that I think that's the word, that they immediately believe and say, oh yeah. I mean, I heard people say, for instance, somebody said to me that their mom, back then was Hillary, between Hillary and Trump. He said that his mom voted for Trump, and I'm like, really? I'm like, why did she do that? And he was like, oh, well, she said she heard so much about him from other people telling her, and it all sounded good, and she really didn't know anything about the politics anyway, so she just chose that. What? Don't just go there and vote for, oh, I like his haircut. Oh, I like her nails. I'm voting for her. No. Please educate yourself. You don't have to sit there for fucking, weeks and days on end learning about this politician and his and her history. But, take an hour. Take an hour to read about these candidates. Take an hour for a day and say, I'm going to look up a little bit. Because it's very easy to tell right away. Because you will immediately read in, the summary will have the biggest things of this politician, and it will very clearly stand out to you. If you're not a fucking moron, excuse me, it will clearly stand out to you. What is this person about, and what is this person about? And we all understand, for instance, what is Trump about? Trump is mainly about business. Trump is about keeping businesses straight. That's what he cares about. He cares about nothing else. Keeping old white American men with businesses on the top. That's all that man cares about. Okay? And then, of course, undoing freedoms of other people, right? Because all these freedoms of these other people can threaten the freedoms of the white man American, right? Very easy to know. I mean, you didn't even have to. Everybody knew who Trump was before he even ran for president, right? Everybody knew who he was. He was a billionaire. Fucking celebrity, funny guy, millionaire. No education when it comes to politics, no experience, no classification, no fucking, nothing. Okay? And then, for instance, Hillary. Now look at her track record. Now, what are you gonna do? It's like, who are you, a rich white American man with a business, or are you the rest of the 99%? Then you know who to choose for, Yeah. Yeah. It is a problem, and it is really I was taught in school. In high school in Germany, we had a subject called politics, and we learned politics. We learned about politics. We learned about some people don't even know the difference between the terms of like Democrat and Republican. Like, I know somebody like super smart, super fucking smart, smartest person besides my mother that I've ever met. Okay, and this person tells me, because they have never really gotten into politics, which is already shitty, because this is what makes our country, I personally, you guys know I can't vote because I'm not an American citizen, okay? But anyway, so, I'm always keeping up with the politics, right? I'm not crazy about it, but I do keep up with it. I watch the news like once a week or so, get updated on all the shit that's going on, and I have my very strong opinions, and I have my very strong knowledge that, it's not in the nitty gritty, I'd say, but it is viable. Like, I have this conversation with you guys right now. I'm pretty strong in what I know. I've dated many guys in the military. Like, I know all the different sides, kind of. Been in multiple different countries, so, but it's like, he looked at me and he really one day said, okay, so you consider yourself a Democrat? And I'm like, yeah, pretty much, right? I'm to the left, but like to the middle left. So I'm definitely like a Democrat, right? That's what I would consider myself. A liberal, because it's still, in a sense, liberal too. And he really was like, okay, so what exactly is a Democrat? I'm like, oh my God, fuck. Really? You don't know, huh? I'm like, okay. So he went, I explained it to him, but then he went and he looked it up. He looked up what does it means, a Republican, blah, blah. He looked it all up and he said, huh, wouldn't you know? I'm actually a Democrat. I'm like, yeah, I knew that you were, but you didn't know you were. You know what I mean? With your views and with your ideals and what and ideals has become this really negative term too, right? When people say with their idealistic, da-da-da-da, it's not meant that way. It's not like fucking, it's not meant in that way. It really is just like, when we say ideals, we speak of that something that concerns all of us. Right? When I say ideals, I'm not just talking about ideally for myself. No, ideally for everybody, right? That makes me the socialist in a sense, which is also on the left. There's much to, but the basics you can really read up on real quick, and real quick you'll understand, oh, okay, I fall into more like, I'm more conservative, I'm more, on that end, so I'm a Republican, it's easily, Yeah, and that's a whole nother thing that I think about all the time too. The American school system is so like whack. The American school system is whack because it is literally like all the way up until you finish high school that you're just being taught pretty much like the basics of math, like English and shit like that. Like there's nothing going on that's really an extensive education, But then people will still tell me, we have different grades of schools too in Germany, right? We got Gymnasium. Now, the age group of the children are the same in all of those. But we have really it is like this, for kids with better grades coming out of elementary school, okay? They go into Gymnasium high school. People that are little bit not so good, they go into Realschule high school. Then people that are pretty bad, they go to Hauptschule high school. And then people that are borderline like, special needs almost, go to Sonderschule high school. Okay? Now, when you go to these certain, they apply to or they not appeal, but what they give you, each school gives the kid the education that it can absorb. You see what I'm saying? An A+ student has a different way of absorbing studies than a C- student that has always had C-, even if they have studied and still gets C-. They are just different. They are not, they're not really good at or not as good as absorbing as the A+ students. So they go to the certain school where they can fit, and then they get taught. And then, but here everybody goes to the same. So, for instance, in Hauptschule, which is the third on the thing, when you go to Hauptschule in Germany, you have classes, for instance, like knitting, for instance, certain classes, or cooking classes even. If you go to Gymnasium, that is not something. Gymnasium is not something that offers that. Gymnasium is literally purely academic. There is no practical studies there. Now, the other schools will have that because they're going to push forward these kids that are in Gymnasium to do these things, because these are the kids that will become doctors. They will have the degree that will make them become doctors, blah, blah. The other kids, they will push them into these areas where they know they can be successful as well. Just different, right? Different worker bees, if you will. It's just like the ants or the bees. They have their different. They have the soldiers. They have the gatherers. They have all the different. And that's exactly what we do in Europe. We push, or not push, but we put the children where they belong, where they can succeed. You cannot put a C- student into Gymnasium. That Gymnasium is literally A, B, A. That's what you gotta have. You cannot have B, C, 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 D, C, C, B and go into Gymnasium. You can't. It's not something that they will not allow it. Like, it's literally not allowed. Yeah, exactly. Adaptation. That's the word that fits the best. Like, you can, these kids or young adults can then adapt, and they can find themselves in a perfect for their mentality. What is for them, and it works. Because we need all of these people. We need doctors just as much as we need fucking people that make windows. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter, and of course, when you're a doctor, you make a lot more money. It's definitely true. But you also work a lot more. It's not just like a 9 to 5. It's more demanding as well, than somebody that makes windows that goes to work 9 to 5. As a doctor, you go to work 7 to 7. You know what I mean? Every day. 7 days a week, 6 days a week. As a window maker, you go 9 to 5, 5 days a week. But that's just how, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. And of course, you can always further your education still, because after you're done with the high school aspect, it's open to you. If you still think, okay, I finished from Hauptschule, this is not good enough for me, you can still try to make your Abitur, is what the highest high school degree is called, Abitur. You can still make your Abitur, Abi is what we say. You can still afterwards make your Abi if you can do it, and then you can still go to university. That's still open to you. But coming out of elementary school, going into middle/high school, the teachers and the schools pretty much decide what school you're gonna go, And exactly, because every person is just different. Every person is has a different way of absorbing, has a different way of understanding, has a different way of everything. Of everything, a person, is different than the next. And because the way that Europe has made it, it's more in a social manner. It's more there's more of a closeness to the student. There's more of an actually understanding these kids and actually interacting with them even on a psychological level, right? Because like I said before, the teachers have to have certain degrees in psychology, in social studies, human interaction, etc., all kinds of degrees before they can even become teachers and before they're even allowed to handle young people. They have to be very educated, not just in the subject that they're educating, but also in how to maneuver and delegate young, pubescent or whatever teenagers, and it's a challenge. It is really a challenge, and I can say this because I was awful. I was the worst. I had teachers cry. Like, I was bad. I told you guys that. I was a bully. I was a bad teenager. And so, now I'm fucking 34. I'm that ain't me. But, I'm a little evil kid because I still sometimes grin about it and laugh about it, but I shouldn't. But whatever. You guys know I'm good. I'm not bad to anybody now. But, it really is that way, and here they just push people off of you, right? You go to the guidance counselor, and the fucking guidance counselor will send you to the fucking, the nut house for 48 hours. Like, what the fuck? Like, no, this can never happen like that in Europe. It's so different, So yeah, that's why. Yeah, so this is just another system, the school system in America that really is kind of like needs a reform. Really needs a reform, and it does sound kind of, biased in a way, but they should really have somebody European on the school board and really do some like overhaul on this shit, and that's the thing. There's nothing wrong if a country has a system that works very well for the country and its people, right? Because those are two separate things. We have to always understand that as well. The country is the country, which is also run as a business in a way. But then there's the people, and the people are the people. They're not businesses. They're people. Right? So they live. They have to live. They have to provide. They have to do all these. They have to work for this country and all of this stuff, So it's like if, I remember, what was it? Okay. I remember when Obama was in office, and I can't believe we're talking about politics here, but it's really, it's fun. It's fun, But I remember when Obama was in office and the whole Obamacare, right? And everybody was just freaking out. Cause, you know, it had its flaws with the penalty charges and blah, blah, blah. You know, we understand. But people flipped out about it, you know, and they're like, that is so ridiculous. And it's like, man, give the guy a chance. Like, we have to start somewhere. You're so greedy with your own shit. You cannot give anything to help your fellow fucking Americans, but you will go to Sunday church and pray, love thy neighbor. You're not loving your neighbor. You're not loving your fucking neighbor. You're delusional, and you're fucking, you have illusions, and you're ignorant. Stop it, you know. It's like, okay, he literally said, you know, I see German's healthcare system, wonderful. And I'm using this as my blueprint pretty much to base my Obamacare on it, right? With slight variation, difference, you know, but it has to start somewhere. Everything has to start somewhere. Everything is not just easy. Oh yeah, let's universal health care, check, done. Oh cool, we're all good. No. There's gonna be a little bit of a problem, okay? Just like when you were a little baby, you didn't just get up and you walked right away. No, you fell, you cried, you were angry, you kicked around. It takes a time. It takes experience. You gotta look at this, at the graphs and see, oh, how well is it working? You know, what's the middle class doing? How are they holding up with it? Da da da. And then you change it and everything, and it evolves. And you know, get fucking calm down. Give the guy a chance. Anybody, and I say this about anybody. I don't give a shit. Can be Trump or anybody. Give the guy a chance. Now, if you already know it's a scumbag, of course, like Trump, then, you know, we don't have to give that guy a chance, but you know what I mean. So I personally think when you look at a country and you see a system that they have that's working very well for the country and the people, and really you can see in a pie chart that this is good, then why not use it? What is the problem? People were really so crazy saying, that's not the American way. We're going to become Germany. Okay. No, we're going to stay America always. But what of it? If it works for them, why shouldn't we try this? What the hell? You have a better idea? Tell me a better idea. I know. It's true. Oh my God, that I will never. But you know, it is so weird. It is so weird because was my father at this time, right, when this happened, and my father was like, "Yeah, Trump, that's great," and I'm like, "Dad, what?" But my dad was kind of like laughing about it a little bit, right? It was like, "Yeah, sure, you know, I like Trump, but you know," but I guess really what he meant was just like as this figure. Right, this public figure in a way, right? He had like a sympathy for Trump in some way, right? Because of the entertainment aspect of Trump. Because I can sit here and laugh my ass off about the guy, you know, not because he says like something very intelligently funny, but just because how he talks and how he expresses himself makes me laugh, right? I see it right now when he gives his speeches. But I shit you not, just like 6 months in or something like that, I talked to my dad on the phone. He's like, "Oh my God, what is this guy doing? Oh my God, no, he is crazy. I'm like, "I told you, Dad, that is no good." He's like, "No, he's no good. I'm like, I know. I knew that. You should have known that. My father, a very intelligent man, you know, not like a dumbass, but because in Serbia they deal still with this awful president that they have not even bread to eat. Like, fucking middle class people have nothing to eat because he's a piece of shit. You know, it's whatever, but that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, so it's like there's many things that but this is where we need to really stay strong because we are now the adults, right? We have become the adults now. We've been the adults now for like 10 years or so, and we're the ones that have to kind of help in changing these attitudes and changing this ignorance and in changing the way we go out into the world. Okay, Florida Metal, and the way, I don't know if I'm gonna be here, but and just everything. We are the ones with the children now that's gonna be the future, right? So we have to take the initiative and teach our children from the mistakes that our parents have made, and the mistakes that we will make, along the way too. It's just normal. And there are going to be things, because we all have things that we are passionate about, that we're stubborn about, that are like old-fashioned in a way. I still believe in chivalry, right? I believe a man should open the door. I believe a man should help a woman carry stuff. I still believe in these classical things, and I know you are, and I know, and I think it's working good. But I'm also not a person that I try to really research everything before I make judgment on it, right? I really try, and if I'm, if I have information that's erroneous, or if I am missing information and somebody educates me, I'm also the person that then will revisit the situation, of course, because I've now been presented with new evidence, with new facts of the matter. I have to adjust my thoughts on the subject. That is what we call learning, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we call evolving and becoming a better human, But people are no, I don't want to hear it. No. Climate change is real. No, it's a hoax. It's not a hoax. There is data provided by scientists that proves that it's real. No. These scientists, they're fake. That's pseudoscience. No. Pseudoscience is what you people do. But it's like this type of thing is like you talk to a wall. There's nothing you can do. That's why I leave them behind. We have to leave them behind in the sand. We have to, move on without them. We have to. And we have to do this ourselves. We cannot depend on these old generations anymore. They're done. They're out of here. They die soon anyway. So, adios. Arrivederci. Auf Wiedersehen. Zdravo. Whatever you want to say. Hakuna Matata. Oh no, that's the difference. But yeah, so it's like I can't do anything. My hands are tied. So this is kind of like, so I kind of consider this too a little bit of like a public speaking thing, where I can kind of publicly do something, put the little pea, as we say in German, little pea in somebody's ear or head, to think, to grow that pea into a fucking, beanstalk, right? And learn, right? Because I know I have younger audience sometimes come in here too, and they don't know much, and I'm and I would like to at least do this to at least have some kind of outlet. And I don't have a kid that I can teach, but there are kids around me sometimes, and if they and they're very intelligent, these children, our generations, they get smarter and smarter, and they will ask questions. They're very much aware, and they want to know. They, like at 10 years old, they're aware as I was aware with 13 or so. It's really dramatic. It's crazy. It's very crazy. The evolution, that this is the fastest, the most rapid evolution. It's insane. But anyway, and they ask questions, and then I tell them, and then they're like, why? Well, don't you want this person to feel better? Yeah, sure. Okay, then we can do this. You know what I mean? It's just, be a guidance, be a guardian, Yeah, and Prometheus sometimes longer. Some of these older men or women or whatever, they have been scientists for fucking 30, 40 years. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. You gotta fucking trust people in their professionalism. You got to. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if you can agree, but maybe certain things that I speak of you didn't know, and now you know, so that helps. Any kind of, any kind of research in any way helps, I think. I like doing that, so, yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, they actually studied the subject. They actually did that. Yeah. They were actually involved with this for this time. Exactly. Poking a little fun at yourself is good. I do it too. Because none of us are perfect. I know my flaws. I mean, they can be overwhelming to think about that. But it's whatever. What can I do? I can't do anything. This time of my life right now, I feel like the last couple of years has been really just like even more so of a learning process of acceptance of certain things, really just trying to really just accept certain things, that I know that certain things I probably won't change about myself, can't change about myself, or maybe not even have to really change about myself, and some things that I do need to, and blah blah blah. Oh, Joven Bugado, greetings, thank you for coming in. Yeah, uh-huh. I'm half Serbian. Maybe that's why. That's why. I'm half German and half Serbian. So that explains why I said that so well. Jovem sounds very has a very Serbian for Bugado, yeah. Thank you for saying that. Oh, wait a minute. What were you saying here? I got. Yeah. That's true because you always have to continue with that. Your learning is never over. I say that all the time. Yeah, that's so idiotic, Florida Metal. Idiotic. It's treacherous. It's a tragedy, is what it is. Thank you, Jovem. Thank you. Yeah, me too, Promethean. I mean, in the villages here, you can only imagine how fucking. Oh, it is. And it stays with me. It fucking stays with me for the rest of the day. That shit stays with me because I'm so like appalled, right? Yeah, but anyway, thank you for joining here, Jovem. Appreciate it. Oh, it's a motorcycle. Motorcycle. What's this? Oh, sorry, I'm just checking my stuff here. Good conversation, guys. I'm really liking what we're getting into tonight. For a change, it's lively. We're talking about politics, but look how we talk. Yeah, you can. You just have to. It says in the stream you can either get just a free 1-card reading, or you can spend 150 crystals on a 3-card reading, and 500 bits on. There you did it. You already did it. Yep, and I got you. I'm about to shuffle this, but Tuesday. Ugh. But you see us. You see how we're talking. Everybody's calm. Nobody's angry. We're just talking. All right, perfect. Okay, Jovem, do you have anything in particular that you would like addressed, or do you just want to have a general reading? Because we can just do general as well. Oh, what is it? See, now I'm sweating on my legs, but not on my torso. Yeah, you would like to think so, You'd like to think so. kind of. Child at heart is good, but when it comes to serious conversation, you know, you gotta be mature. You can't act like a child. Yeah, I know that. Okay. So I always tell people, you know, it will come out in the cards what you're really concerned with. Sometimes it won't tell me anything about the topic that you're asking, okay? I just want to warn you. But it will definitely tell me other things if it doesn't tell me anything about it. But I'm hoping it will tell me something about that topic, okay? So, yeah, I'll definitely... Damn, Lisbon, huh? Cool. That is so cool. I would love to visit there. Oh, man, I really hope you guys find something that... Okay, so let me see. Let me see what we can see. Okay. Okay, so we get the Six of Pentacles inverted here. Okay, so this is kind of talking about a little bit of a greed going on close to you. Okay, somebody that's really tight with money and is kind of selfish and hoarding wealth and sort of mishandled finances. This is in Portugal? Or... That's ridiculous. That's not... Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I was talking about that earlier. That's where Germany messed up with the euro. That was the worst mistake Germany ever made. It crashed the economy so bad that people cannot afford anything. Anything besides literally the just the bare necessities. And, from the looks of it, Portugal fits into the category. Bad economy. Bad economies. They had to stop the stupid fucking euro and they didn't. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so... That is definitely what's going on here. Problems with your financial stability. Okay, that it's not good. It's not looking good financially right now. So it's really already reflecting, just pretty much reflecting what you're saying. Okay, so let's move on. Yeah. Oh, okay, good. This is a very good sign. Look at this card. It's the Ace of Wands. Okay, so this is really good. This is talking about new beginnings. Okay, new life, passionate love. Okay, creativity, birth, potential good things about to begin. That. I hold that to your situation as a whole in its entirety, right? Which of course involves your moving. So, hey, what's up? Thank you. Greetings. I'm good. Thank you for joining. Thank you for following. Ooh, your master's in what? Oh, yeah, I know. I thought so. I saw it like spiking really fucking crazily. Let me turn it down. Better now, I think. Yeah, it's better. Okay, so what's the master's degree that you're doing there, Yolvem? I really want to know. So let's look at we're already good with this here. We can already know that things are looking up. Okay, good. Very good. Awesome. Okay. The moon inverted. Okay, so this has nothing to do really with your living situation, unfortunately, but it's more about a person's situation. It's more of a, yeah, you're kind of trying to avoid reality a little bit. There's strange forces, delusional thoughts, lies, and despair. Okay, so that situation really has you wrapped up in a really stressful and anxiety riddled way right now, and that's just what it's saying. With your bad finances and stuff like that. But this is the card to really pay attention to. This is the, new beginnings, new things and good things, creativity, passionate love, good things are about to begin. So just think of that. You must just hold on to that, Uh-huh, exactly. Okay. Okay, good, good. I'm good that this works, and I'm good. Thank you. What's up? Yeah, you can redeem a reading if when you see in the stream elements it says free 1 card reading, 150 crystals for a 3 card reading, 500 bits for a 10 card reading. And I also always recommend to you guys to subscribe to me, because if you subscribe to me, then you get a free monthly 10 card reading. That's a big reading. And you get to use my emotes and that I created myself. I designed those myself. There's more of them. And no ads. If you subscribe to me, you will have no ads, okay? Good. I'm good, Yovam. I have a good feeling too. I think because 2 months is not that long. I mean, it is a little bit of time, but it's not. Actively looking for 2 months. You're still kind of in the beginning. Is my feeling with that. Yes, Promethean. Exactly. Thank you. I think on my end I'm good. I don't see anything wrong. Oh, okay. Okay. So, 11. Can I just call you 11? Is that cool? Do you want to know about anything in particular, or you just want a general reading? Ah! Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yeah, if you have anything in particular that you would... Yes, what's your question? Nikki! Greetings, welcome. Thank you for following. You're welcome, Yovim. You're welcome. I'm glad it worked out. I'm glad we got some good news in there. Okay? I really wish you good luck, and I hope it all works out for you. I hope I hope it all works out, but I think it probably will. You seem to have a really good attitude going through this mess. Nikki, if you want a 1 card reading, you just say the word, and you're going to be after 11. And if... okay, you got it. So what's your question, 11? Oh, there's... How M perceived the messages you sent them. Okay. Now, I always warn people, sometimes it won't give me an answer to your question, okay? I'm just going to tell you the truth. But it can also give me the straight answer, right? But it will give me definitely something about something in your life, okay? Okay, Nikki, you will be right after 11 here. All right, let's see what we can find. Okay. It's the Eight of Pentacles inverted. So there's kind of like a mediocrity going on in your life right now. Could be something, could be at work or a hobby or something that you craft or that you make, where you just, there's kind of a sloppiness going on lately with you. You're not really in it. You're not really focusing hard on it. It's like a carelessness a little bit, okay? So that's unfortunately something that you're going through right now. You're not really putting all the effort into how you usually do with this particular thing that you're doing, okay? Thank you so much, Promethean, for coming, for being here, all the support. Thank you so much. I hope you have a good night. Okay, cool, Nikki. I'll keep that in mind when we're getting to you, okay? So, let's move on here. 11. What can we see next? Okay. The 10 of Swords, okay. Oh, I'm just looking at the yeah, so something miserable. There's something miserable. I think that whatever that misery is in your life is what's keeping you down from your job or from your career, from your artwork. But there's definitely something that's really weighing on you heavily. Okay, there's like a sorrow. There's like a physical and mental turmoil. Okay, unfortunately, and that's it's not good. Okay, it's bad for you, and it's really taking a toll on you and your work and your environment and stuff like that. So that's all I can see right now. I cannot see anything about this person at all, okay? But we have one more card. We can hope we can see what happens there, okay? Man, just one after the other. So, Justice inverted. There's a person around you that's just not really ideal for you to be around, okay? They are biased. They are unjust, if you will, okay? They're not really they're kind of against you in a way. They're on somebody's side against you, and they're abusive, and they're taking sides, okay? So this is a bigger problem for you than the question about the messages. There's somebody around you that's really a negative influence on you, and really just kind of even mentally really bothers you. It's probably a person, but it could also have to do with some entity of another sort that's just bothering you, okay? It's something along those lines, and that's really what's showing. It's more showing the stress and anxiety that you have right now in your life than anything else, okay? So this kind of takes more hold of you than this person M, okay? I cannot tell. It is somebody that's close to you. It's somebody that you see frequently, that you're in contact with frequently, like almost on a daily basis, okay? Because if it, and it's somebody that you really, that this concerns you and really gnaws at you. It means a lot to you that this is happening, okay? So I don't know if sorry guys, I'm so hot. I don't know if this could be M that's making you feel this negative way. But if it is, that's not a good sign, okay? But it's somebody that's meaningful to you, or their existence in some way is important to you, okay? Could definitely be family, yes. Could definitely be family. If you feel it's family, it's probably family. So I'm sorry I didn't say anything about that. But I hope at least a little bit, it helped still a little bit. You got a little bit out of it at least, giving you a clue on, you're welcome, you're welcome. Thank you, and I really appreciate you as well. I really do. Thank you for following, coming in here. Hope I'll see you again. I don't know if you're leaving now, but, All right. So I wish you good luck in your endeavors. And next up, we got Nikki here. Okay. And Nikki, you want to know about the relationship between you and your husband. That's a good question. Also, again, disclaimer, cannot know if it will tell me, but it can, okay? And the possibility is there. But it can also tell me something, you know. Oh, sounds good. Tea? What kind of tea? Is it hot tea? Because I'm in Florida and it's scorching here. And I don't want to have anything hot. I'm sweaty as it is right now and I already took a shower. It's like, no, I don't want to sweat because then it means I have to take another shower. Please, no. Don't sweat. Or you got my AC blasting here. Oh, look at my project, Jovanka. That's my solo project band where I play all the instruments. Anyway. So, Nikki. Hopefully we'll figure this out, okay? I just really like to shuffle them a lot after I just did a reading because I really want them to be really mixed up, you know. Okay, let's see. Oh. Ace of Cups inverted. So here we can see that we are dealing with deceit. We're dealing with deceit, or you're dealing with deceit in your life, okay? It's like unfortunate and abrupt changes, loss of love, and stagnation, okay? Ooh, that's really, you know, I mean, I can really think that this directly applies to your question because it's very straightforward, this, you know, regarding to the question that you had, okay? So this is something that you're dealing with right now, okay? Stagnation is really a big word here that we're looking at, okay? So let's move on. Let's see what else we can see. Aha. Four of Swords. Okay, so it looks like there's a lot of inverted thought with you going on, okay? There's a lot of looking inwardly, and there's a lot of like almost like putting yourself at rest, okay? You're trying to re-energize yourself, and you're trying to rest, retreat, exile yourself, and have inverted thought, okay? So you're just trying to be more to yourself, probably given your situation, which is good because when you really observe the card, it's like you're resting, okay? You're kind of taking a rest from anxiety and stress. At least you're trying to, you know, put yourself in a better place by retreating, by resting, by exiling, you know. So this is not positive. This is good, okay? You're trying to chill out, if you will, you know. This is so great. I'm so glad we get there. We get the Ace of Cups inverted, but we come back to the King of Cups. Okay? This is really good. I'm almost seeing that there may... I almost think that there could be a change that can erupt from your husband, okay? In artistic change, creative leadership, free thinking, and in the business aspect as a businessman. Okay? That's really good. So it's almost like a little bit of a change in him, a little bit more of a forward and, you know, better, I don't know, it's a sort of a metamorphosis, okay? So that's really positive. I don't know why it says 0 viewers. That makes me like nervous, but oh no, it says 4 now. That was weird. But yeah, so that's positive. That's really positive, Nikki. That's not negative at all. So all in all, it looks like there's a little bit of trouble in paradise, right? There's stagnation. It's a little bit like, you know, laying down. It's not really ideal right now. But it is okay because you're taking the rest and you're taking the time to retreat and, gather yourself. And in the meantime, I feel like your husband will come out at the end, more artistic than ever before, with a certain sense of business know-how, more of a leadership and more of a free thinker. Okay, so at the end, everything looks like it's gonna work out fine. That's what I see. That it is gonna blossom in its own way again. I hope that was helpful. I hope you could resonate with that and it helped you a little bit at least, Nikki. I know things can be very tricky here and there, but yeah, I hope this was at least something that can guide you a little bit along your difficult path right now, You're welcome. You're really welcome. Thank you for following. I hope you'll stay or you'll be back or whatever. Hope to see you again. I really want to say thank you for all the new followers today. Nikki, 11, Yovem, very cool. Thank you guys so much. I think that's it. I don't think I have any new followers today. But wow, I mean, what a great, just a great stream all around. You guys were so awesome today. So much interaction again. Just like yesterday, we had Brisk here spending bits. I'm so appreciative. And we had Wolf Tamer gifting a sub to Zagros. Zagros hasn't seen my message yet, but he will. So I'm really appreciative, all you guys. Promethean was in here. Florida Metal. My loyal fleshlings. Oh my god, guys. I'm fucking this up. Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited. You guys were very awesome today, and what a great stream. And who else was in here? I don't want to forget anybody. I see by name. I'm like, Dragana. Oh, that's me. That's so funny. I guess. Beep, 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 beep. I know I'm a weirdo. Sorry. Oh yeah, I did say Wolf Tamer. I did say my thanks there. Yeah, okay, so really awesome stream, guys. I had so much fun today, and I'm so glad I have new followers, and I really hope that you guys come back, I really hope I'll see you guys tomorrow, whenever, Turn on your notifications, then you can see when I'm on, right? Because your notifications will then tell you, Dragana, she is streaming, go on there, and you guys, you can always get your 3-card readings or your 1-card reading, and if you subscribe, you can get a 10-card reading every month. Which the 10-card readings are my favorite ones to do, and they're also the most thorough ones and the most extensive ones. And also when you subscribe, you get no ads and you get to use my emotes, okay, that are very awesome emotes that I made myself. I created them myself and I'm very proud of them, okay? So you get to use those here. I just put them in chat. And depending on your involvement and how much you want to be involved in our spiritual discussions, I'll send you the link in Discord, for the Discord if you have Discord. On Fridays in the Discord, I always pick a paragraph out of a book of spiritual teachings, and I post, it's a small paragraph, just a couple of lines, couple of sentences, and I post it just in Discord chat, and then you guys can put your opinions, put whatever you want about what I have posted, because, this is to give you a short, the Sect of the Dragon is a sect, and we're a sect that's, we concern ourselves with spiritual research, any type of spiritual and esoteric and exoteric research, and to find clues and find truths in all religions or in no religions, but in all spiritual and esoteric teachings, okay? So everybody's welcome here, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to you guys being part of this and being, involved with these teachings, and maybe we can all learn together, so yeah, so thank you everybody for coming in. yeah, I might hop off for tonight. It's 10 o'clock now. This was a good 2 hour stream, and I'm definitely gonna want to be back tomorrow. Bright and early. Tomorrow's Friday, so I'll be ready, and then I'll be back tomorrow, and then we can pick this back up. And oh, Lex Mix Games, thank you for following. Greetings. I appreciate you. How are you doing? I was just wow, it's still 88 degrees at 10 o'clock at night. Thank you for following, Lex Mix. If you just want a 1 card reading, you just say the word !tarot. If you want a 3 card reading, it's 150 crystals. If you want a 10 card reading, 500 bits, or subscribe to me, then you get not just the 10 card reading every month that you're subscribed to me, but you also get no ads, no ad breaks, and you get to use my emotes that I posted earlier in the chat that I designed myself. So I always recommend people, if you want a 10 card reading, subscribe. Where are you at, Lex Mix? That is always interesting. I get people from all over the world, and I fucking love it. I really love it. I'm so nosy all the time. So where are you from? Oh, Sweden! Nice! I love it. Of course. You're my neighbor, because I'm from Germany. I was born and raised in Germany. I'm half German. My mother was German, and my father was Serbian. And I live in the U.S. So cool. I wear my hammer, of course, religiously. My hammer, and for my Germanic heritage, and my kolovrat for my Slavic heritage. So cool. Love it. Tor is my guy, or was my guy. Yeah, so glad you're here. Yeah, it is what there now. So it's 9, so it's 10 here. Yeah, so it's what, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning there now, yeah? Something like that. Cool. Interesting. Yeah, Troll Cross. I did think about buying one once, but I was like, nah, it's fine. I wear so much around my neck already. It's like I gotta start getting tattoos, but I don't do it. I don't do it because I know I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna get a tattoo today, and then 2 weeks from now, I'll be like, why did I do this? I have to delete it. I have to cut this off or something. It's ugly now. I don't want it anymore. Yeah. Yeah, my Viking roots run deep for sure. As you can see, you see my whole altar back there too. I have my own. Oh man. Okay, I have to do it now. This is not. You didn't request the altar item, but it's fine because we've already shown this altar item. But I'm going to show you this altar item. I'm very proud of it. I have my own handmade hammer. Look at that. That is my handmade hammer with the kolovrat, the Slavic sun wheel right on it. Okay. And it has, of course, the D for Dragana. Yeah, that's my hammer. Whenever I perform with my band, and it's, of course, Turizats right there. Whenever I perform with my band, I wear this hammer, of course. I take it with me, That is my pride and joy. That is my biggest pride and joy. When I go to the grave, I better be buried with this thing, So... Nice. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of, I'm, yeah, of course, pagan, but I'm also a little bit of a Satanist in that sense too, I'm also a performer in a black metal band, so we got that all going on, kind of. Yeah. So that's cool. Love it. One of my favorite black metal bands comes straight from Sweden. Vatten. Okay. I love that band. They're really good. I saw them live. Best band. Second best band. Not going to say who was the first, but second best band. Oh, thank you. Yeah. We're good. Yeah, we are. I'm proud of my guys in my band. They are the best musicians. I cannot know any better musicians. I'm very proud to have these musicians and to play with them together in the band, So, yeah. Thank you very much for following. So, yeah, yeah, I think maybe for tonight, we're gonna, cause I still gotta work tomorrow, so I don't want to stay on here for too long, cause I know I'm gonna, not be able to go to sleep. So, but I'm gonna be back tomorrow, guys. So I hope I'll see you guys tomorrow again. That would be really wonderful, if I could see you guys tomorrow again. If not, that's okay. I understand you guys have stuff to do, but I want to really say again. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. You too. Thank you for following. Hope I'll see you again sometime in here. So thank you, news follower Lex Mix. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Yovem. Who else we got here? Who was in between? I can't. Why is my thing not doing it? Damn, I can't even. Oh my god. Oh, 11. Yes. So thank you all for coming. Florida Metal, Promethean, Wolf Tamer, Brisk. Yeah, thank you guys all so much. You made this a really great stream again, and this is what it is. You guys are the ones that make the stream good. It's not me. I'm just here. I'm talking. But you guys, you too. Thank you. Hail Wotan. Hail all the pagan gods. Okay. So then I will see you guys next time, which will probably be tomorrow. And until then, I say, let us mourn those in spiritual turmoil. They need us the most. And I will see you tomorrow. I'd say tschüss, zdravo, and bye.